and then release the hands down. We're gonna swing the arms up, reaching tall, coming up onto our tippy toes, finding a balance, and then releasing down. Again, up, reach and stretch, and release down. Good. Again, onto the toes, reaching high with the fingers, and down. Good. Again. And down. I want a deep inhale as we come up. And then exhale, push air down, reaching down to the toes. This time we're gonna let the head drop, move the legs. And then we're gonna bring the arms up, big inhale, reach up, onto the toes, reach, stretch, and release the hands down, staying standing. Nice warm up, let's go. Hands up, and as we bring them down to the toes, we're gonna walk the hands out. Either stay in a top position or lower the knees for a push-up. Walking the hands back. Standing up tall, reaching up, and down again. Walking the hands out to a push-up. Again, we can stay high on the toes, lower the knees, push up, back up on the toes. If we went to the knees, walking back, reaching tall. And on an exhale, we come down, reaching for the floor. We walk out, push up, walking back, reaching tall. Keep going. Two more. Here's our last one. Reaching tall, hands down by our sides. Great job. Let's get some high knees. Hands out in front of us. Thighs are gonna touch the palms. Get those knees up. Keep going. Try and get them up even higher. As high as we can go. Keeping the high knees going, we're gonna switch opposite knee to elbow. So the hands will come up high, elbows out, reaching for the knees, knees coming and reaching for those elbows. Keep going. Great job, 3, 2, last one, and release down. Come on down to the floor. On our knees, shoelaces on the floor, sitting back on our heels. We're going to come up, kneeling squat, squeeze at the top, release down, and up, down, squeeze at the top. Three more. 2. Last one. And down. Great job. Swinging the feet up behind us. Coming to lay down on our backs on the mat. Feet flat on the floor. Keep our hands by our sides. Pushing up. We can kind of roll those shoulder blades underneath of us while we're up here. High glute bridge. Release down. We're gonna pulse up and down. Up, down. Squeeze those knees together. And when we come down, we want to make sure that the lower back comes down to the floor. Squeeze at the top. Last one. And release down. Coming over onto hands and knees in that tabletop. Staying here, we're going to send back the right leg. Toes pointed towards the floor. Left arm extends out. Hold here. Trying to raise that hand just a little bit more. Send the heel back a little bit further. Release hand and knee back down to the floor, opposite side. Sending back the leg, the heel reaches far behind us. Hand stretches out front. We want to raise it up that the ear comes next to the bicep. Heel still going towards the back of the, or behind you. Pushing into the hand on the floor so that we don't collapse. Lifting up. Release it down. Opposite side, sending back the leg, sending forward the hand. And now we're going to bring knee and elbow to meet and then send them back. Knee and elbow meet and out. Keep bringing it in, releasing it out. Two more. Last one. Send them out and then set them down. Opposite side. Knee and hand and foot out. Knee to elbow. Extend, contract. Extend, contract. Send them out. Bring them in. Keep going. Two more. There's your last one, and release down. Great job, staying in a tabletop. Fire hydrants. We're gonna take the right knee, bring it up, rotate out, and then set it back down. Setting it back down. Bring it forward towards the elbow, out and down. Keep going. One more big circle. Opposite side. Sending the knee towards the elbow, around and down. placing the knee down. Sorry, I didn't give a count there. We're gonna stay in tabletop, and now we're only gonna raise the knee out and lower it back down. No circles, just up and down, up and down. Last one, knee down, opposite side. Up and down, opening wide to the side and down. Last one, and down. Sinking back onto the heels, we can stand up, or we can even stay down on the heels if you'd like to stay there. Taking the arms, clenching your fists and leaving the thumbs out. We're gonna turn them to the side, opening wide, coming up into a Y, and then releasing the hands down in front. Y raises. We take those arms out to the side and we stop right there at that Y. Keep going. Leaving the hands down, now we're going to turn the thumbs so that they face forward. Raising the arms straight up in front of us, we're going to send them behind us. High I. Here we go, up, sending those thumbs back behind us. Go two more. There we go, up and down, leaving our hands down by our sides. Let's find a hip hinge. Letting the hips sink back. We release down, finding that neutral spine. The hands just hang here. We squeeze through the backside, coming up. Release down and up. Right now we're just focusing on this hinge right here through the hips, that we maintain that flat back. One more time, up to the top. We're going to bring our hands up behind our head, bringing the elbows out wide, keeping this open chest, these elbows out wide. We're going to find hip hinge again. We might find this slightly more difficult. Maybe we can't go down quite as much, or maybe we can just keep going the same as we were before. Either way, let's keep those elbows wide, hips back. Send those hips straight back. Only a slight bend in the knee. Two more. And standing up tall, release it out, down to the floor once again. Tabletop on hands and knees. Taking the right leg, we're just gonna lift straight up this time, where before we were going out, this time we are going up, down and up. Keep going. Last one, knee down. So we're switching the weight so that we can bring up the left knee and send it up and back. Last two. And release down. Staying in a tabletop. I'm going to cross my hands over, coming over to the left side. Box push up here, letting my head come down. Pushing up. I'm going to cross over to the other side. Down and up. Cross over. Push up. Cross over. Push up on the side. Alternating side to side, crossing over in the middle. Keep going. One more in either direction. And stay up at the top. Coming back into the center, let's get up into a plank. High plank up on those toes. We're gonna walk, foot comes out first, foot and hand, and then opposite foot and hand come together. Walk side to side. You might find foot, hand, foot, hand, hand, foot, foot, hand, whatever works for you. We just want to move that body side to side. One more go. One more step. And release. Sitting back on our heels. Bringing the arms out into goal post, 90-degree angle. Closing, opening. And then we're gonna rotate the palms down and up. Incorporate both. Open, palms down, up, close in front. Last time, we're gonna put the palms down, up, close, release the arms down. Leaving the elbows tucked to the side, we're just gonna close up the fists, bringing them up to the shoulders, bicep curls. If you happen to have weights handy, go ahead and grab those and you can add those on right here. And if not, that's perfectly fine. We can just sit right here. Body weight curls, just make sure that we can track those biceps as we bring the arms up. And I want you now to hold your palms up at the top, contract your bicep, and slowly release down. Very slowly, we're releasing down. Still, come past 90 degrees, and then quick up to the shoulders. Slow release down. Stay with me, nice and slow. Super slow. And fast up. Last time, super slow release. Elbows stay pinched into the ribs. As slow as we can go while we're moving. We can still feel a contraction in the bicep. We let the arms go past 90 degrees. Bring them up and shake it out. Coming up onto our feet. Getting into a squat, we're gonna be outside of our hip width just a little bit. Sinking the hips open and back. We sink down, we find our squat, and we're gonna hold there. Squat, hold. Keep holding. While we're holding, let's go ahead and take a look at where our feet and our knees are. And if we need to adjust, let's take the time to do that and then get back into that hold. Keep holding. We're probably feeling some burning there by now. Yep, we're good. Keep holding. 3, 2, 1, stand up. And again, sink those hips back and down. Nice and slow, get yourself settled. Find your placement, hips, knees. Where are your toes? Where are your knees? Breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand and release. Great job. All right, we're coming back into a quarter squat. We're gonna do squat box steps. So I'm gonna come down into a quarter squat, step forward, forward, side, side, back, back, side, side. Making a box, making a square as I step and staying in a low crouch. When I'm on my right side, I lead with my right leg. When I'm heading left or working on my left side, I lead with the left leg. I guess you could think of it as the outside leg is what's working in the direction that you're going. Keep going. Keep that squat, and if you can, go a little bit lower. Your box might get smaller. Keep going. We got this. Complete your box and stand up tall. Great job. Reach up high. And then we'll fold down, exhale, down to our toes. Let's just hang here for a second. Good, and back to standing. Great job. Come on down to the floor. Onto our backside. Lying down on our backs. Glute bridges. Slightly different this time. We'll raise the hips and either stay here or rising one leg then the other. A marching glute bridge. If you find yourself slipping, take a second to readjust Get those hips up. Three more. Last one. And release down. Coming up to a seat. We're gonna lean back on the hands pretty far so the elbows are behind us, arms are bent, legs out pretty much long. These are gonna be a tricep push. So we're gonna be pushing up off the hands, bottoms on the ground, push up, squeeze the triceps. Make sure that those elbows you're keeping those elbows tucked in. We can also do this off of a chair, a sturdy chair. We can lower ourselves down and then push up through the triceps. And relax. Laying all the way back down. Coming into that stand before we start a glute bridge with the feet down. Penguin side to side. We're gonna rotate, reaching for the ankle on the outside, and then swinging and reaching for the ankle on the opposite side. Back and forth, swinging side to side. And as we're swinging though, we're finding a contraction in the side, right over here. Squeeze here, squeeze the side to bring your body back and forth. Keep going. Three, two, one. Release down. Sitting the legs out long. Actually, before we do that, let's get the hands kind of put under the hips. Give us our hips a little bit of an elevation. We're gonna raise the legs up and release them back down. If you find that this might be a little bit difficult to do both legs at the same time, let's go one leg, release, and then the other leg. Release, or both legs. We're lifting legs now, whether it be one at a time or both at the same time. Head is staying on the floor. Heels come down and touch before we raise the legs again. Almost there. Last one, right and left, or last two if you're doing two legs. And release it all the way down. Great job. Let's take the arms, bring them up overhead, point the toes, stretch the arms, stretch it wide. This is called a morning stretch. Kind of what we do in the mornings when we wake up. Reach and pull all the way out. Push toes out, arms long, and relax it down. Back to a seat. Let's stretch out these arms. Sending one arm across the front, looking over the shoulder. While we're here, I'd like you to circle your wrist. And then reverse the direction of that circle. putting our palms together and drawing the fingers back towards the forearm. Our elbow is straight. And now in the opposite direction, let's bring the fingers towards the floor, pushing the palm against the back of the hand. We draw the fingers more towards the floor, elbow again is straight. And shake out the wrist. Opposite arm comes across the body, elbow stays down, shoulder stays down as we pull the elbow across the midline of the body and circle that wrist. Reverse the circle. And then release the arm, stretch across the body. We're going to bring palms together, elbow straight, stretching the wrist and the forearm. Fingertips point down, we bring the palm of the hand, palm to the back of the hand, elbow stays straight as we point the fingers down towards the floor, stretching the wrist. Release the stretch, take both hands, we want to ball them into very, very tight fists, and then release and extend the fingers open wide, sending them every direction, and then close and clench your fist. Open the fingers wide, close and clench your fists. Open and extend the fingers wide. Wiggle the fingers, circle the wrists, and that will be all